What's up, everybody? Rob here. Thank you so much for tuning in. So Bitcoin versus gold. Bitcoin versus gold. What does this mean if Bitcoin's jumping to all-time highs? Right now, it is at 27,000. 1 second, I'll tell you the exact number at the time I'm making this video. Saturday night, December 26th. As I'm making this video, Bitcoin is currently at $27,756, up 11% on the day. Wow. What does this mean for gold? What does this mean for gold? I want to talk about my thesis because this is the endgame strategy that I talked about in the prior video. I believe it was 2 videos prior to this one, or maybe 3. I talked about my endgame strategy, and that was waiting for some sort of detachment so that we have a confirmation that this isn't like 2007. In 2007, the entire stock market collapsed, and it brought precious metals down with it. If we see this detachment from Bitcoin right now, what I'm looking for on the stock market is the stock market going to stay flat? Is the stock market going to go down? Imagine if Monday the stock market opens and we see a down day in the stock market while Bitcoin just rallied 11%. And who knows where it's going to be by then. But every day it seems to be something. I get nervous opening my phone. Like I don't know where it's going to be. It's like a good nervous, but I mean, now my position in Bitcoin is like 15-20% of my net worth. It's like it started as such a small position, and now it's gotten, I mean, it might be even 25% of my net worth now, my Bitcoin position. So it just is growing astronomically. It's hard to wrap my head around, but I am still a major bull in precious metals. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. And this is why I don't understand Peter Schiff. I don't understand him. I don't get why he's so adamantly against Bitcoin, because I think if Bitcoin is rallying like this, that's a major positive for precious metals. It's a major positive. If we see the fiat currency bubble getting a needle coming towards it, and gold is this, I like to make analogies in this, but I think fiat currency is like this huge bubble, and it's just gotten so ridiculously, I mean, anything could be able to pop it, it seems, at this point for how big it's gotten. But gold was always this needle coming towards it, and silver was always this needle coming towards it, you know? Now you got this another needle that's very sharp and has a lot of eyeballs on it, and it's Bitcoin coming for this fiat currency bubble. So if Bitcoin is one of the needles that hits the balloon, gold and silver are going to do well because of that. It's going to drive the masses out of fiat currency and into decentralized assets. So what do I think happens because Bitcoin just skyrocketed to all-time highs and just keeps making all-time high, all-time high? By the time this video gets posted to YouTube, Bitcoin might even be 30,000. Who knows where Bitcoin is? The point is, the eyeballs are now on Bitcoin. The eyeballs are now on decentralized assets. That's going to show, and I don't want to say that like they're fiat currency believers, you know, that are holding their money in cash. I think they're just ill-informed. You know, the overall masses that are holding a lot of fiat currency, I think they're just ill-informed. And if the more the snowball continues to gain momentum and the larger it becomes, you know, obviously the early adapters are going to make, you know, a lot more money than the laggards, but the early adapters are the ones like us that are talking about this ahead of time. But this information is going to start spreading like wildfire due to Bitcoin's popularity. So that's why I don't understand why Peter Schiff was so adamantly against it. Like, why not just put a 1 to 5% position into Bitcoin, and on the speculation that it's a good decentralized asset, that the blockchain is very secure, and people want a safe haven outside of fiat currency. It's a speculative bet, just like a mining stock is a speculative bet. I hope that as you've watched my videos, if you've been subscribed to this channel, by the way, we just hit over 1,500 subscribers. So if you click that subscribe button, thank you so much for doing that. Really appreciate you being part of this community. I get those comments all the time where it's like, I can't believe you only have 1,500 subscribers. It's like, I'm stoked to have 1,500 subscribers. But if you want to see me get more subscribers, please click that subscribe button. And then while you're at it, smash that like button too, because it really does help. It really does help, and it will get picked up by the YouTube algorithm if you decide to do that. If the content's bad, then hit a down thumb. I'd appreciate it if it was an up thumb, but I hope that as you've watched my videos, I hope they're consistent. That's my ultimate goal. is I don't want to be, the talking hands channels that are comfortable flip-flopping back and forth just to get you riled up and not tell you real information. If I'm going to make a video, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. That being said, my videos are just educational purposes, not financial advice, disclaimer. But I'm doing this. I'm making these videos because this is what I'm doing, and this is what I genuinely believe to my core. And if you know me, if you're close to me, you know that I really do put my money where my mouth is. So if you want to go back to my old Bitcoin videos where I called out Peter Schiff and I said, hey, I think you're wrong about Bitcoin when it was 10,000. You can pull it up. I believe it was in July when I made the first video. Then I made another one when Bitcoin was like 14, 15,000, I believe. And I said, Peter Schiff is still wrong about Bitcoin. And then I made another one saying Peter Schiff is still wrong about Bitcoin about 17,000. And as I'm making this video, Bitcoin's at 27.5. So as I'm making this video, I can currently say no matter where you bought Bitcoin, you are in the profit now. Pretty special. Pretty special. But the overall point is not to brag and say, well, Peter Schiff was wrong and now I'm just, can sell half my position and profit and then ride the other half on the house, even though I just said that. But it is to prove that I am still a huge precious metals bull. And I think regardless, if more people are going into decentralized assets and they are going into Bitcoin, that is going to get their foot in the door to then buy gold and silver because you want to be able to hold some of your decentralized assets in your hand physically. And that's where gold and silver and platinum comes into play, and rhodium and all the other precious metals. It's like it's going to open the floodgates to our business as well. And it's going to open up the eyeballs of the general masses towards moving our money into a place where the people have the power again. That's what is so important for the overall masses. And that's why I'm making this channel, is to inform the overall masses that, hey, the current system doesn't make sense. And if we want to take the power back as the people of our money supply, we have to move to things like Bitcoin, to gold, to silver, and store our wealth again without a central party. We don't need the central banks. And why do you think they're making these CBDCs? They're making their own cryptocurrencies now because they know that this is the future. So Bitcoin versus gold. If Bitcoin does go to 500,000, which is another video I'm dropping on with talking about some of Cathie Wood's points on Bitcoin, she put a $500,000 price target, and I talked about if I agree or disagree with that. I agree with it, but that video is going to be dropping very soon. If you want to watch that video. If Bitcoin does get to 500,000, that would make a market cap on Bitcoin of roughly 8 to 10 trillion, which is the same market cap as gold right now. And a lot of people are like, do you really see it being the exact same as gold? Personally, no, I don't. Because what I think would happen is if Bitcoin jumped that high and jumped from 500 billion on the market cap to 10 trillion, let's say, then I think gold would go from 10 trillion to possibly 20, 30 trillion. So that rise in Bitcoin is, why wouldn't somebody that is up tremendously on Bitcoin decide to save some of those gains and lock in some of that profit into precious metals? Like, why wouldn't that happen? And if central banks do get scared by Bitcoin and get scared by the fiat currency bubble, they're going to move into gold and silver first, and then maybe Bitcoin after that. So this is all good. This is not like a war. Like Peter Schiff has turned this into some weird war of like Bitcoin versus gold. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because he's wrong. It's Bitcoin and gold. And as soon as people like him realize that, which it's already seems to be a little bit too late. He's talked about Bitcoin being such a bad thing at 3,000, and he's talked about how it fell from 20,000. Well, now it's at all-time high. So, you can't really talk bad about it unless it randomly crashes from 27.5 down to 10,000 or something. Anything's possible. But as of right now, as of me making this video, you're wrong, Peter Schiff. And I'm more than happy to debate you. I've called you out on my Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram, at Rob Soltan on Instagram, did a lot of cool stuff there on the Instagram. I did call you out there. I called you out in now 3 videos. I might even say this was the 4th one. So if you want to do a debate and you want to talk about this subject from somebody that is in the precious metals business and might beat your price through mineral exchange, dare I say, on precious metals. Ooh. All right, I'm just nah, I'm not kidding, but anyway, if you want to talk about this, Peter, I'm more than happy to talk about this. And yes, I'm in the precious metals business as well. I just happen to be bullish on Bitcoin as well as precious metals, and I see it as Bitcoin and gold. Not Bitcoin or gold. I see it Bitcoin and gold. And I see gold continuing to grow its market cap as Bitcoin grows its market cap. That's the point of this video. I hope that this was some useful information to you. And if you want to see that debate between me and Peter Schiff, or just a conversation, maybe it's not even a debate. If you want to see that, smash the like button. Put it in a comment down below. Maybe tag them or something. I would love to make that happen. I would love to be able to talk about this, because at the end of the day, making these videos, putting this content out there is helping people. And it's driving home that point that the more this knowledge gets out there, the more Bitcoin gains exposure and is on front page news. I mean, I can't believe CNBC is talking about Bitcoin. All these different places are talking about Bitcoin. This is basically telling the masses, hey, fiat currency isn't making very much sense. And this beautiful blockchain-based cryptocurrency that is the front runner of cryptocurrency by a landslide, by the way. The cryptocurrency market cap is 700 billion roughly, and Bitcoin is 500 billion of that. So to say that there's like a competitor for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is like, good luck. That's one of Peter Schiff's arguments. It's like, good luck. 500 billion in the $700 billion space. Anyway, that's for the other video I'm going to drop with talking about the points from Cathie Wood. If you want to watch that one, if it's not out yet, it'll be out within like 24 hours of this video being dropped. So you might want to click that subscribe button and the bell afterward. And if you want to go to my Instagram, I'm much more accessible there. You can shoot me a DM and we can talk there. It's Rob Soltan on Instagram rather. If you want to follow me there, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. See you at the next video.